Hey guys, today in Basically Physio we're going to be looking at the Parkinsonian gait and the characteristics. So welcome guys, let's get into it. As you guys may already know, Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disease, which means that it tends to get worse over time. So the Hone and Yahr scale has been used to classify the Parkinson's disease in the early stages and the advanced stages. Hone and Yahr stage 1 and 2 is equivalent to early stages, and at this stage there usually will be some resting tremor, rigidity, and there will be some difficulties to change postures, which will lead to balance issues, which can lead to mild walking difficulty. And the symptoms can be present in one side or bilateral. In the mid to advanced stages, which is the Hone and Yahr stage 3, 4 and 5, the patient will likely have poor balance. They highly likely will need a walking aid to support themselves. And a very common thing to observe will be freezing of gait when they want to change direction or start or stop a movement. And lastly, the muscles will become even more rigid. So what are some of the Parkinson's disease gait characteristics? Common thing that you will notice in Parkinson's is the shortening of steps. And why this happens is because for Parkinson's disease, there is a net reduction in the dopamine that is produced in the brain, and this will lead to reduction in the automatic control and the well-learned movements that a normal human being can perform. Hence, the shortening of steps happens in Parkinson's disease. The next thing you'll notice is the forward-leaning posture, or what's known as the stooped forward posture. The reason this happens is because of two things. First is due to the reduction of the dopamine neurons in the brain, there will be a reduced automatic drive to stand upright. Secondly, the trunk also starts to become more stiff and rigid towards the later stages of Parkinson's disease, and both of these cause the forward-leaning posture. This forward-leaning posture reduces the ability to react to postural instability, hence balance issues can also arise due to this. Now, these two things of shortening steps and forward-leaning posture will lead to the patient taking a progressively increasing number of steps, and this will also be short and fast, and this is known as the festinating gait. When the festinating gait happens, freezing of gait and high falls risk are also present. Festinating gait and freezing of gait is a big problem for Parkinson's disease patients, especially at the later stages, because these two things can cause them to actually not function independently and require significant amounts of help. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe if you found this useful.